Alright. A big part of the reason why I invest in the stocks that I do is because a lot of them are stocks that I'm already invested in. By that I mean I already own them. I own products. Um, and that's one thing that I recommend to people when they first get into investing is what products do you use all the time? Are you a die-hard Apple fan? Um, Are you super into iPhones and anything that they come out with? If you already own the phone, might as well own the stock because the phone's not going to pay you, but the stock will. Um, and if it's a product that you already own, you obviously trust the company, you like it for some reason. It wouldn't hurt to do a little extra research and be an owner in the company, right? Sounds pretty good. So that's one thing that I always recommend to people to try to open their eyes a little bit to show them, look, you're already spending money with these people. You might as well do it in a way that they're going to pay you in return. So that's a big reason why I invest in the stocks that I do. There's very few that I own that I don't already own products of or have experience with. So if I only had $1,000, or if I was investing with my first $1,000, I would pick. I wouldn't go with crypto. No way. That's too shaky and unpredictable at this point in the market. So I would go with blue chip stocks, banks, financial companies, and a couple others. Especially if you're just getting into investing, really good companies that are not going to fail are going to be your banks, your healthcare companies, your health and AI tech companies. A lot of the social media ones in the last 10 years or so have gotten pretty big, but that also is kind of included in the tech and AI. A lot of what Elon Musk does is in the tech and AI sector, and those really aren't going to go out of business anytime soon. So those would be good ones to check into. Let's see, Google is a pretty good one. That's pretty steady. Even with the dips in the market, it always comes back pretty strong. So there's a few to look into. There's a couple of ETFs that I'm involved in, and ETFs are a really good way to invest in a diversified portfolio without actually doing the diversification yourself. There's a few that I invest in and I like it because they do all of the work. I invest with them, this one specific company that's doing pretty well, which is why I like Berkshire Hathaway too. All of that kind of his stuff, because I invest with him and then they do the work to invest in the other companies, typically blue chip stocks and things. And it works out pretty well because they've got a lot more experience than I do. So if there's something that hasn't been performing well for them for a year or 2 or 5 or however long it is, and they cut it, it might be a decision that I didn't make, or it would have been something that maybe I would have made sooner, and that stock would have came back and I would have lost. So you never know. Stocks are a little bit riskier, but without risk, there's no reward. Which is why I like them for the long-term assets. I like to invest for compound interest, and I try to invest when things are on sale. Typically, that means the market's bad, or that company has gotten into a little bit of trouble, but it's something that's solid. I trust the leadership, and I think they're gonna do okay, so I'll invest in that. There's a few little tips, little things to kind of get started in looking into investing, a way to, at least a starting point to sort through some information. Look at the ones that you already do business with, you already buy their products, and your friends or family maybe. And then ones that have been around for a long time, like Coca-Cola, Google's been around, and they're kind of getting into that same category. Some of the banking industry has been around for a long time. They're not going to go out of business. They're a pretty safe bet. So